You're such an asshole.
So I gotta change the details on this one to make sure he's not identified. And I'm gonna skip over the first thing. Please let me know how much for this video. I try to be short, but this is complex, so I want to make sure you had enough info so I don't f up my life beyond what I've done already. Problem: my companion does not satisfy me in the bedroom. Say wife. We don't do partner. We don't do companion. Yeah, you got you got a companion, your buddy. It's your current wife, but not really your wife because you're not having sex. I guess it is your say your roommate. Let's use words have meaning, right? My roommate is not satisfying me in the bedroom. I'm not really attracted to her, and the inspiration she once instilled in me is gone. Boom, done. That's it. It's over. And you know what? It doesn't have to be malicious. It doesn't have to be bad. It just the fire is extinguished. It doesn't from skimming your request before, it doesn't sound like she's done anything bad to you. A lot, if not most marriages go this way. It's just, there it is. It's over. She's amazing everywhere else. Job, housework, workout, goes to church, etc. That's hot. Dude, that's hot. She does housework. That's hot. It look, she could be in good shape too, but you just yeah, there it is. Context: we don't have kids. Even an easier exit of the marriage and the relationship, I would be open to it with the right lady. You have significant assets owned. So, and she sounds like now she's not a prude, right? If anything, I'm slamming on you guys for tolerating situations like this. She sounds like kind of a really impressive gal. It's just like the sex spark ain't there no more. You have significant assets together. You've been married for about the right time when divorces happen. You've been together, you've been married for a certain amount of years, a couple more years, you've been together longer than that. You make significant money. You've been told you're pretty attractive. Dude, you either know if you're attractive or not. You've been told, why is it everyone says I'm good? What, really? You can't go to the gym and ask me, Cap, go ahead, ask me. What are you on a scale 1 to 10, Cappy? It's 7.5. I'm a 7.5. Plus or minus a little bit, depending on the taste of the woman being asked. But if you ask a bunch of women out there, what is Cappy? I'm a 7.5 because I go to the gym. I'm in really good shape physically. I'm not Drew Bay. I don't have six pack abs. I got a handsome face, but I'm 5'9". I'm not super tall, so I'm better than average, but I ain't no 8. Certainly not it. Maybe closer to a 7 now that I think about it. What do you mean you were told you were good looking? I know this has nothing to do with your request. I'm just fascinated. Well, girls say I'm attractive. Shut the fuck up. You know what you are. Solution: I have 3 options, but correct me if I'm wrong, and you see a path forward with the least resistance. How about best results? God fucking Christ. 1, stay in a long-term monogamous relationship and live Groundhog Day for 80 years. Fuck no. Fuck no. We have awesome birthdays and holidays with both sides of our family, almost Brady Bunch style, but it's so repetitive and boring. So how are those awesome? Dude, you're contradicting yourself. Are you like codependent on this girl? That's what happens with codependent guys. Like, uh, I'm not happy, but there's really good things going on, but I find them boring. Well, what fucking is it? And from the sounds of it, this happens. She's probably a great gal. Just there ain't no sex. We go on trips to foreign places and fancy places locally. Um, Part of me thinks, is this the family rewarding me for sticking around? Well, they probably also like you too. You don't sound like a dick. One of their requirements for marriage is that I cannot live farther than 15 minutes away from them. And you said parents. And I said, well, which parents? Your parents or her parents? Her parents. So that's a little bad. Or you can't live around what? If my own parents said that to me, I say, "Oh yeah? You think so, eh?" Uh, So, and then you say, I fly out probably every other month, if not once a month, to different places. My wife still gives me shit. All right, so your wife is now controlling. See, this. God, I'm so sick of you dependent people. Everything's really great. She's a great gal, but she has a tendency to stab me with knives. But I understand. I mean, I guess this isn't as equivalent of stabbing you with a knife, but you can't live where you want, and then your wife gives you shit if you travel overseas. I'd well, not overseas, just travel. I never understood that. Yeah, I'm going for a motorcycle ride to wherever. Your girlfriend lets you do that? You fucking ball of sack of wonder. Yes. Never understood this. We gotta get permission. You should say, hey, I'm doing this. When's the best time to do it so we can spend? I don't get that. Girl comes up to me, hey, I'm gonna go visit family, have fun. When you going? And usually it's not, can I go? It's, hey, I'm going. What time works best? Oh, well, this time, then we could go golf, or we could do this thing or whatever. Well, yeah. And oh my God, they come back. Are you the type of people to just chain your children to like a neck collar in the basement in case the kids are going to escape? Because I love them. Uh, they have family events every week. And if I miss one, it's bad. Oh, how dare you be your own man? Oh yeah, no, fuck that. Fuck that. I wouldn't say that's, if you had a good marriage, that would be a deal breaker. I just manage the family. Like, no, we're not doing that. I like you guys, but I'm not coming every week. So what was option one? Stay in it. Two, tell her I want a couple girlfriends on the side. If she says no, then I guess I will move out. Oh, by the way, you're not executing on any of these, until you talk to a divorce attorney. Not a single one of these are you acting on or even giving the slightest hint about. You are talking to a divorce attorney in your state, and a good one, not some dipshit, of which there are plenty of dipshit lawyers out there. Go find a prestigious law firm and pay the money. You have it. Tell her I want a couple girlfriends on the side. If she says no, then I guess I'll move out and write her a check every month until she finds a new partner. Then I rock out in my bachelor pad for 10 to 15 years, then maybe find a nice 40-year-old single mom to settle down with. Or you just stop fucking trying to plan your life 15 years out from now. How about you just you ask for girlfriends. If she says no, you leave. My therapist suggested that set up an appointment with my spouse. I just don't like therapists. I really don't like therapists. You suggest that set up appointment with the spouse, myself, and a sex therapist to introduce polyamory lifestyle books to her. I'm scared to introduce it this way. Yeah, because it's not natural. Look, I'd have a completely different opinion about therapists, all of them, if their shit fucking worked. You know, like if the overall health of the American people, mental health, was improving over time, or you went to therapy and it improved, fine. It's getting worse. And no, having polyamory sounds like a fucking nightmare. Like if you're not married, fine, good, because that's essentially what it is. You're just dating around having it's polyamory because you're not committed to anyone. But why, if you're going to be polyamorous, why have the overheaded, and we're not even talking finances here, by the way. All this analysis is outside of finance. Yes, you'd have to pay alimony or something like that, but let's remove that from the analysis for now. All right, I'm not focusing on money. Why would you have this overhead of living with this person, dealing with this person, uh, having to go to the parties you don't want to go to? Why would you have this burden, this overhead in your life? You'd be a part-time slave to this person, not in that you're out in the fields picking fruit, but that your time is going to be occupied by this person. Uh, just break from her, man. Just break from her. Now, yes, there's then going to be financial costs, which again, that's for a divorce attorney to assess and tell you about. I'm just going outside of finances. Why? I'm looking at quality of life, life management. Why would you have someone in your life in a false role of a spouse if you ain't having sex, and you're out there banging other gals? She's out banging another guy. I just don't see why would you have this dead weight carried around? And I'm sorry, the therapist until I start seeing efficacy, it's like I don't trust economists. Economists are shit at their job too. I'm honest at least about my profession. I really don't participate in economics anymore. I could predict that, but you ain't gonna listen. 3, both marriage, and see a seeking.com girl once a month. I think this is what most high value married men choose, but honestly, I'm sick of living a lie. There you go. There's your answer. That's another way of putting, I call it overhead or unnecessary bullshit. You call it living a lie. Matter of fact, I don't know what the difference is between option 2 and option 3. Oh, unless you're saying you keep it on the down low. So you go to seeking.com, you find a gal on the sly. But honestly, I'm sick of living a lie. I don't want to make excuses, lie, hide my phone, delete chat history, etc. I'm also sick of being the good guy, church boy. Even seeking.com girl probably won't want to touch a married guy, so I'll have to lie to her too. Yeah, that just no, man. Get rid of this gal. Get rid of this gal. I mean, it's what happens when you guys get married. This is just it. This wouldn't be a problem if you just live together, because you're going to pay a price. I don't know the state you're in. I don't. I don't mean mental state. I mean the physical. Massachusetts, Texas, what state? I know what state you're in. This is why you're going to have to go talk to a divorce lawyer. But I'm just going to guess you're going to pay some financial price to get out of this. The good news is you make a lot of money. The estate you guys have seems significant. Yes, you may have to pay a lot of money out, but there's no child support. And so it's not like you're going to be living out of your car here. Which reminds me, y'all should go check out this YouTube channel called Divorce Dads, the card game. Oh my God. Talk about a guy who pivoted and made a shit ton of money and made some of himself off of his divorce. It's hilarious. Divorce Dads, the card game. Go watch. Come on, house. Come on, house. Afterthoughts. I really don't want to leave her, and I don't want her to leave me, but I know if I told her I want a couple girlfriends, she would be heartbroken because we're still occasionally intimate. She, in her mind, thinks that I still find her attractive. Okay, there seems to be one step you have missed, which I'm shocked your therapist hasn't considered. And that is, why don't you talk to her about if you, what concerns me more is I'm not really attracted to her, and the inspiration she once instilled in me is gone. Well, have you talked to her about that? I'm not much of one for conversations. I'm really not. Are you fucking doing it or you're not? There's none of this what are you feeling? I mean, I'm a big proponent of lingerie and having to dress up cute and all that, because essentially, at least my theory on lingerie, maybe that's a video unto itself. Every guy wants to bang as many women as possible. If the woman does her hair, it not even in lingerie, but she does her hair different. She dyes it a different color. She just changes it up a bit. That's kind of like, oh, cool, it's unique, it's different. Have you talked to her about that shit? None of this. None of this. I can't give a lot of advice on legal and financial matters. I can't. But sometimes I can, pay off your debts. You can't get in trouble with that. I can also say, from a legal standpoint, you don't bring up any of this until you talk to a divorce lawyer and figure out what he or she recommends from the financial perspective. But and the only reason I'm saying that, which is not necessarily germane to the 3 options you've given here, is whatever these 3 options are, is assuming there's going to be a financial price, you want to mitigate that and lower it to as much as possible. And so there are moves you should take financially, legally, etc., that allow for that. And then you start having the hard conversations. And then no matter what she does, she goes on the warpath, lawyers up. All right, your assets are protected to the most extent that they could be by law. But before even you have this conversation about, hey, this bedroom life is not fucking worth it. I know I really don't want to leave her. I don't want her to leave me. You're contradicting yourself. The sex isn't you're codependent. All right. But I don't like her family telling me what to do. And she complains if I leave. I don't get a fucking grow a sack and start making some decisions, man. But I know if I told her I want a couple girlfriends, she would be heartbroken because we are still occasionally intimate. She, in her mind, thinks that I still find her attractive. Well, in intellectual honesty, I thought this was like she was denying you the sex. I'm gonna have to change that otherwise very crafty thumbnail I put together. Look, dude, you don't have a relationship here. It's not gonna be fair to her if you're not physically attracted to her. You're gonna have to talk to her about that. But not first before you do what? That's right, talk to a lawyer. You got to be honest. But look, you care for this person still. She hasn't done anything wrong to you. You owe it to her to have a honest conversation about this shit. Funny. In my mind, it should be obvious to her that very few people would find her sexually arousing, and that is why I don't have the balls to walk away from this. Okay, so what? Did she get fat? Look, also, you're a pussy, by the way. You're a fucking pussy. Oh, God, oh, my God, oh, my God. I might hurt her feel. Dude, fucking Christ. Did she get fat? Let me know. And ladies, just so you know, and I have a very small niche audience of ladies. Look, ladies, this is why you got to stay in shape for your man. You got to stay in shape for your man. Because then there's no sex life. And then and guess what? You get fat, he doesn't find you attractive anymore. That's it. No. This inner beauty bullshit, fuck off with that. Take that inner beauty and go fuck off with that shit. That's why he sticks around after you're old and wrinkly. But you're just going to go get fat. I'm speculating she's getting fat. Very few people find her sexually arousing. That's why I don't have the balls to walk away with it. She's not your responsibility. What is she, a robot? Are women just robots in everyone's world? Oh, she doesn't know what she's doing. Yes, she does. She knows she's fat. Whatever. I want her to be happy forever because I love her. All right, well, then you should let her be free because you're not going to make her happy. You think she's having a grand old time with this either? But meanwhile, I'm suffering. I like getting high, drinking self-inflicted wounds, and gambling, all to reduce the pressure of the trap I am. Oh, you're a winner too, buddy. She sees me miserable, but doesn't really know why I am. Well, maybe. God, Jesus. Going to bat to the. I'm going on the woman's side on this. You, dude. You give me all this, you give me all your troubles here, and you haven't even had a conversation with her, like, hey, you're losing weight, or whatever it is. She sees me miserable, but doesn't really know why. I think most wives don't give a shit, but she actually does want me to be happy. Well, then God, you little fucking pussy. You can't have an honest conversation about your woman and why she's no longer doing it for you. God Christ. Is it so hard to tell your woman she's fat and if she doesn't lose the weight, you're leaving? Is that so hard? No, really, is it so hard? How many of you men out there are suffering right now because you can't tell your wife she gained too much weight and she doesn't lose the weight, you're leaving? I've never told anyone this so much. So why don't you tell your therapist this? Not that your therapist is going to help. I love how the therapist's recommendation is polyamory. And mine's like, tell the bitch to lose weight. Again, not knowing whether she actually has to lose weight. I don't know, man. She got really yellow teeth. I don't know. Why can't you guys hold your wives up to really? What is so hard about holding your women up to standards and being honest with them? And by the way, because just the moral insight, because it doesn't seem like your wife has done anything wrong, I think you do find the lawyer up, talk to a lawyer before that. That's just a precautionary measure. But you do owe your wife at minimum an honest conversation about all this shit. And maybe she, whatever, whitens her teeth, loses the weight, gets her nostril fixed. I don't know what it is how she let herself go. And maybe you find her attractive again. How the fuck is she supposed to know? I mean, she kind of knows, yeah, but if you don't say it bothers you, what is she going to put two and two together? And knock it off with smoking the pot, fucking dumb shit. We're gonna get high, man. Are you a zillennial? Is that your solution to pot, man? The solution? And gambling? Like, I play the occasional game of poker, but it's nothing I can't lose, you know. Sometimes I win. I think I'm still originally on the original $100 I invested into it just playing, and you win and you win and you lose. 3 years of poker on $100 is pretty good. Just yeah. And I asked, I can't consult you on the legal financial ramifications. I can only tell you what to do from logical. If you, have you talked to a divorce lawyer? No, I haven't. All right, step one. Yeah, I'm kind of ruling on the side of the gal here. You described her as this great gal. She does everything. Wait, did you say she stayed in shape? Hang on, let me go back to the original. Works out. What the hell is wrong with her then? Like, even if she's not doing it for you anymore, which for whatever reason, you got to be honest with her about that, and just I don't know if it's within her capacity or ability to change. Because if she's in shit, I thought she gained weight or something. But yeah, if it's just you've lost the spark, is there something she's done? Is there something that she can change? Again, I recommend the lingerie or different hairstyle or something like that. Maybe it's the restrictions like, hey, I'm leaving and going to wherever, Tallahassee. And I got some fishing buddies there, and you're gonna let me go and ain't gonna be no fucking shit. I don't know. You just gotta be honest with your wife. And but because it sounds like upheld her she's upheld her end of the bargain. You owe her in honest conversations, and I would also say you owe her, like, if you guys were to separate, that you would owe her, not by law. All right, the law is going to be the law, but ethically, if she's done nothing wrong, yeah, you should be kind and do what's fair and just, whatever that is in your capacity or regard your particular situation. But don't be, I'm going after every penny and I'm going to prevent. So there you go. But yeah, this starts with you having a conversation with her and being honest. I mean, I'm kind of curious. What is it that you don't find attractive about her? And maybe it could just be, oh yeah, it just ran its course. That happens. That happens. But wait, then you contradict yourself. You said she works out, but then where is it? I don't want to, but I know if I told her I want a couple girlfriends, she would be heartbroken because it's still occasionally, in her mind, thinks that I still find her attractive. In my mind, it should be obvious to her that very few people would find her sexually arousing. Well, what the hell is wrong with her then? Whatever that is, you got to tell her about it. Nonstop Dre, $2. But they say sexless marriage in America is the way. Fuck they. Look, and ladies, by the way, let's just be honest to the girls. I understand most of you don't have the sex drive that men do. If you don't like sex, you probably shouldn't be getting married. All right. If you just don't, you think like, oh, this is something I'll do a little bit, and then I'm finally free, and then I have. Okay, don't get married. Party, $5. Never understood why men put up with this. Do you think it's because the consequences for divorce? Yes, in general cases, yes, men. That's why when you get married, you 100% unnecessarily expose yourself legally to financial risk. God damn it, Windows Defender. uh, yeah, and then whatever behavior it might be, whether that's getting overweight, cutting off the sex, being a pain in the ass, nagging, but choose from the menu. Men tolerate it because there's a huge financial penalty getting on. You throw kids in there, now you got an emotional risk as well. Um, and never understood why men put up with. Do you think it's because of the consequences of divorce? Yes. also shows the girl was using for reason. No, not in this case. I don't think so. I don't think she was using them for resources. I don't look, she's going to church, she's working out. Let's say she's overweight, but she's still trying to work out. She's not watching soap operas and eating bonbons all day. Nonstop Dre, $2. Sexless marriage equals working job without getting paid. Pretty much. L does Viz Fire, $2. Why are you so base? It's not, there's no look, I'll explain this again. I am not smart or intelligent or have some tremendous, I can't see what these on now. They're taking them off. Or have some tremendous insight. I'm not prophetic. It's real fucking simple. What is reality? The only reason I look based is because I don't give a fuck about popularity. I don't give a fuck about political correctness or sparing people's feelings. I used to have to deal with all that fucking bullshit work. Not anymore. Fuck you. Not you, Elda. Just people in general. I have no problem telling my girl if she's gained weight. I have no problem saying you're a single mom with 3 different baby daddies, and that's why because it's true. I have no problem telling girls stop majoring in dumb shit. And it's not because I hate people or I want to hurt people's feelings. It's just that there is so much lies and misinformation in this world about literally everything that, one, I can't tolerate sanity-wise. And 2, it's in everybody's best interest to knock it off believing these sweet lies and start accepting the hard truths. I'm just exhausted. It was about the last time I never lied either or went along with it. But the last time I caught flack and had to deal with it, I was 36. Well, the last time I worked at a bank, it was 13 years ago. And I'm like, I'm never dealing with this shit again. I'm not like, well, maybe you ought to cut back on the hot dogs. You're a fat pig and unfuckable. Well, I'm sorry. Let me do. Well, no, you see, good old Jim. Now, I admit he's had some troubles. I admit he hasn't made the best financial decisions. But you see, he's a good man, got good character, and that's why I'm going to ignore everything you've written in your report there. And we're going to fund the loan anyway. And if you ever say something bad about Billy Bo Bob Jim again, we're going to fire you. Oh, bankers and cattle cars. That'd be good. I just to inspect the cattle cars because they're collateral for the livestock loan they're doing. That's why we should put the bankers in the cattle cars so they can all inspect and do a collateral inspection. That's why we put the bankers in the cattle cars. Don't deal with that shit no more. It's not intelligence. It's not insight. Just speak the truth. And everyone's like, whoa, you're based. Why the fuck are you? Rachel Wilson, $2. I agree with you 100%. Hi, Rachel. Say hi to Andrew for me. In the meantime, everyone go subscribe to Rachel's channel. Burbshide, $2 May as well buy a cuck couch. John Smith, $5. Dutch women go with femboys. Do him in the back of a Volkswagen. All right. Colin K, $2. Get an MBA. After that, you'll be too low T to care. Ditch women go. Oh, okay. You confused me there, John. Dutch women goes like, well, does Jack know? John for $2. Ditch women go with femboys. No, he's probably straight. I don't think he wants boys. Justified by saying any $2. Unrelated. Both boomers in my office are retiring. What is there any promotion opportunity there? Justified. Look at you already. I can see it. Justified. I can see it as you go on in your accounting career. They're going to throw so much money and promotions at you that you'll never get to Mexico. You never build your little house. You'll never have it. You'll be this CEO and you'll be like 48. You'll be like, I just wanted to have my small accountancy on a hut in Mexico. Why am I president and CEO of Deloitte and Touche? Joe Orbit's $5. Should I study finance and minor in accounting? No. I majored in finance. There's no reason to study finance. Finance is an incredible. It's a difficult degree because of all the math. It is also an incredibly worthless degree. You should switch it, and you shouldn't even bother studying finance. Major in accounting, minor in anything else. I'm planning on going back to college and wanting to get a degree with a future 5 years from now. Accounting. Do not major in finance. Pringles can with veins, $2. But Cappy, the boomer said happy wife, happy life. Yes, the boomer said a lot of things. Boo Boo, hey, what's up, man? Our Philippine agent in the field for 50 Philippine pesos. Any guys that ever got married is simp, changed my mind. No, not ever. I mean, there's people out there who get, I mean, marriages can work. You find the right people. It just, you can't, there's not law. There's none of that law. And I know, everyone talks Walt or whatever. But at the same time, if there's going to be any kind of sanity or a mandate, we do have to admit there are some people out there who don't fit all that. Plus, it's against the individual. It's against the individual. Just by mistake, $2. No promotion will work. People I can learn from. Oh, so they're not going to promote you? What, they're just going to go get another? See, I guess you probably don't have the years experience necessary. That's man, that boomer logjam is starting to break. Those boomers are finally getting the fuck out of the way and retiring. Finally. Problem is nobody wants to do it. They're like, no, we figured out how to live without you people and not work in your corporate environment. We're not doing that anymore. But. All right, link below is linked to all my stuff. I'm gonna have to change the thumbnail. I'll see you guys later, Toodles.